Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Hello, everyone. Court is in session once again for the third
Oh,
session.
once again, and we have many people probably going to this slammer today. Now, I don't know what I haven't read my full email, so I'm gonna be shocked, just like the viewers are. Everybody's gonna be on the same page as me, I guess.
Oh
Did you
my
read your
god.
whole email
Mine's going to God's Own Country. What happened in that movie?
with the girl with the dolls? Was
With
that
the
the doll
yes,
movie?
I I think so. Mine's going to one of those movies.
Huh? I don't know
And
what
they
that
were
means,
there, or
but
they're going to that one movie where Troy Sivan he jumped off the bed.
can you stop at the conversion therapy camp?
Yes, actually, they already
Oh,
went there.
oh,
They
that I
already
don't
went there.
know.
They already went there.
Okay, well,
Happy
I'm very
Pride.
interested. Yeah, apparently we're at the end of the month here, and wow, Pride Month went very fast.
It
Isn't it
did.
very interesting how the gays get an entire month, but veterans get a day? And
Oh
first of all,
my
that's
god.
tried because I'm obviously making a joke, everybody. If you can't tell satire, they actually do have a whole month. Veteran people,
And it
not,
was last
but
month. It was last month.
yes, May Military Appreciation Month, and they didn't celebrate that. But anyways, whatever. The people who
Okay,
say
but
that
did
as
you
well.
celebrate Pride?
No.
Okay, so
Um, I actually hate the gays. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't though. I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? I'm not.
I don't
We're
know. Did any of your
I thought
friends wish you had? Do you guys say like Happy Pride? You use your
no.
gay friends?
Your friends are performative.
No,
My friends
my
don't.
friends are done being performative. They didn't say anything.
What do you mean they're done being
They're
performative?
done being performative. We're in a new era, and I'm scared. They said I
Okay,
don't have to say any of that. And I said, oh my god.
My friends didn't say anything, but they never do. My friends don't say anything. Like your friends will be like, "Oh my god, Happy Juneteenth, Black
Okay, well,
King."
mine said Happy Juneteenth. Did yours say Happy Juneteenth?
No,
Okay,
I
see,
said,
I
"Why
think
did you
that's
guys
more
say?"
more
I
acceptable.
said, "Why didn't you guys say Happy Juneteenth?" Obviously, I'm joking. I don't really care if they say it or not.
I'm not
And then
joking.
they said, "Oh, Happy Juneteenth, Darius," and I thought, now they think that I'm serious about it.
I'm not joking. I don't really care much of that pride, but I think if I'm one of the only black people around you, you need to wish me a happy Juneteenth. Sorry.
Interesting. Okay, well. Uh,
Anyways,
anyway, so Malik's gonna go first this time, so that we can hear his story in the front and center on the centerfold of the newspaper instead of me doing it every time. So I'm all ears. Let me go find my email really quickly. Well, actually, I'll wait till after because I lost it. Oh my god.
okay. Um, wait, let me see if I can read their name.
I don't
Okay.
know if we should do that anyways, but
Well, I just
whatever.
reading the email. They say, "Hey, my name is Francis," and I go, "Oh,
Oh,
hi, Francis," and then they say, "Don't say my name," and I go, "Oh, okay." So, hey, Darius and Malik. Before I start the story, I just want to say I love you guys so much. You're actually iconic. You're the only podcast I can. Wait, I'm reading the wrong email. And now this person's mad. I'm reading the
what?
wrong email, and
I'm
now
so
this person's
confused.
mad.
Whoever sent that, thank you so much. We appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know the rest of it. He didn't read the rest of it.
Sorry. I'll get you next month. Dear Darius
Bitch,
and
and they hate us now. I'm
they
sorry.
do.
Thank you, whoever that is. Did they say a name? Like,
it was
God.
it was Nia.
Hi, Nia. Thank you so much for watching us. She was gonna say something about how I don't know,
She
but
was, and I cut her off immediately. I'm sorry, Nia.
I'm
Um,
sorry, Nia. But thank you. We appreciate it. Kisses to you. All right.
Okay, dear Darius and Malik, I've written in before just to share my thoughts with you guys, but I know you need more story time, so here you go. Please be nice to me, you guys. Please. See, I told you they. Okay, so this reads, Dear Darius and Malik, I've written in before just to share my thoughts with you guys, but I know you need more story time, so here you go. Please be nice to me, you guys, please. And oh my god, and see, I told you we have a thing, and they think that we're gonna bully them.
I don't know why that is. Like, we don't do that. That's you. You're a bully.
No,
I don't
you're a
do.
bully.
I don't
Um,
do anything.
I'm 29. I'm a stay-at-home mom by choice, despite having 2 degrees. Thank you. 2 wild little boys. One is 5 and the other is 11 months. And I may currently be growing baby number 3. My home is full of
Nay.
love. Huh?
She said May.
She doesn't know yet. She hasn't taken the test. They're trying. Um,
Oh,
my home is
okay.
full of love, sticky fingers, and loud toddler truths like, "Mommy, your butt is too big for that chair." So yeah, I'm thriving. I've been
Can you stop doing this like like a coming of age film in the beginning?
I've been
Can you
married for
stop?
7 years to my sort of high school sweetheart situation. We met when I
Okay.
was 16, but we didn't get together until I was 23, just before graduating undergraduate school. When we did get together, it was soft and right in a way that surprised us both. He's loyal, thoughtful, a real one-woman man kind of guy. And I truly love him, like deeply. We're happy, we laugh, we parent like a team, and the sex is great. Like, take me to
Mm.
brunch after great. But here's the twist. But here's
Oh.
the twist.
Oh.
But here's the twist. I've been a lesbian since I can remember. Like, like,
I dropped my gravel. What?
like playing with Barbie and only Barbie levels of gay. My husband knows this. He's always known. He also knows he's the first and only man I've ever been in a relationship with. If I had to put a ratio on it, I would say that I am 30% attracted to men and the rest women, women, women. Sex with men, been there, but relationships, women only, until him. And I'm going to say this straight, pun intended, I still feel very gay. I've shifted over the years from being what some people used to call a STEM, like sneakers and soft mascara energy, to what is now apparently a full-blown crunchy mom, like Birkenstocks, essential oils, and a diaper bag that doubles as a Whole Foods tote. And honestly, I kind of hate that for me. Lately, I've been craving something I haven't had in years. Okay, a craving,
Some lips?
not for pickles, not for crushed ice, but for the part of me that feels most like me, the part that's lit up by women, by touch that's a familiar way I didn't have to learn. I miss women, not just sexually, though let's not lie, but emotionally, energetically, that specific kind of connection that lives in the space between two women, that hum, that knowing. And I swear to you, I haven't cheated, but I felt the pull so intensely that I've reached out to a few of my past lovers. Not to reignite anything physical, but just to feel that energy again, to be seen, heard, and held by someone who understands that part of me. To be around another woman who knows I'm not just a mom or a wife or a body carrying a baby, but a full, layered, sensual human being. So here's the deal. I want to explore that part of myself again. Not now. Not while I'm navigating pregnancy and motherhood and every emotion from love to heartburn, but someday soon. And here's the tricky part I don't want to share. I don't want a threesome or +1 in our marriage. My husband is traditional and I respect that. I wouldn't want him to feel like he has to be part of this. In fact, I prefer he wasn't. If he wanted to watch, maybe. But really, I want that space to be mine, just mine. I understand that this could open up the possibility of him wanting to have his own space just for him too, and that would be difficult for me to allow, but I'm open to exploring what he has in mind. So guys, am I tripping? Am I selfish? Can a woman be a loving, committed wife and still honor the parts of her identity that don't fit neatly into one definition of marriage? I'm not looking to blow up my life. I'm looking to expand it with honesty, compassion, and maybe a little sapphic mischief along the way. Thanks for holding space for letters like this. You're one of the few who really gets it, with love, layered identity, and probably breast milk on my shirt. Asha. Pics to quench your thirst and curiosity and kill your imagination. She's in some pictures of her and her man and her baby.
Okay. Favorite it so I can look at it real quick. I need to see everything. Okay, so that is very okay. So first of all, I want to say that I was silent the whole time, mostly because I was gagged.
It was a very gagging story.
Very. I actually don't know what any of that means. First of all, let me see what you think. What do you think that means? What is your thought on it?
I don't know. A little part of it is a little sad to me, but not in like, I don't know, in like a way where it's like there's probably some kind compet type of thing going on, where I guess she said 30% still likes men, and maybe, I don't know, maybe she just met that right man. And she said that he's all these nice things and all these things, but like, I don't know, to have that feeling later in life, later in marriage, later in motherhood, where you're like, I still have an itch that I haven't been able to scratch in years. And there seems like there's a lot of nuance going on. And I don't know. I feel like that's a lot. Cause
Couple.
You said what?
I said they're a cute couple. I'm just looking at the pictures now. Sorry.
And yeah, so I don't know.
I agree with all what you're saying. I do think that it is a lot, because like, okay, so she found the right man, and I wonder when he knew that, because she said he knows that she likes girls.
Yeah.
And like, when did he find out? Was it like did he just already know?
I don't know. She used to give lesbian. In the way that she looked and acted, or not, I don't want to say act, the way she presented herself.
Yeah, I would say the pictures that I'm seeing, she doesn't give that.
This is loyal wife with a lesbian heart.
And her kids are very cute too. I think they're a beautiful family. I was thinking they were going to be ugly, but I just didn't know what they were going to look like. But okay, so we have to get into it. So let's just try to put ourselves in both situations, okay? Right now, we're going to be the husband. All right.
Okay.
You know this girl from your school. She's cute to you. Mm-hmm. You like girls, okay, in this scenario. And you're an undergraduate in college, okay? And I guess you've maybe had your eye on this girl since high school. I don't know. I'm assuming he knows maybe, like she said, she maybe was presented more lesbian before, and that's how he knew. I don't know how close they were. Did she tell him? I don't know. But
he said he's always known.
Somebody who you know is not really with men like that.
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know because I'm not. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, let's not act like it's not very common for gay men to pursue straight men.
Well, yes.
And did both of us not have at the time in high school have straight crushes that consumed our lives?
That's a rite of passage. But I think.
But then, if those crushes gave us a chance, would we not engage, even though we knew that they were technically straight all along?
I just think the vibe that was different on the other way around. Though.
No, you're trying to get some kind of double standard of nastiness, but
it's not. I think that I think it's different. I don't have time to get into why, but it definitely is different having a straight crush being gay versus being straight and having a gay crush. I don't know, because like most women are not gay. So you would be fine. But when you have 3 pickings in your school and there's 3 gay men, you're gonna like a straight guy. As we what?
I was gonna name the other ones, and the choices were crazy.
Yeah, the choices are always crazy, but I'm sure he had other options. And it's not like I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. So. Now, I'm sorry. This is just a lot. Sorry, this is different than the past ones. The past ones were like, I don't know. I feel like I actually have to give advice because I don't know what to do in this situation. This is like ongoing right now. Like, she is trying to figure out whether or not she should explore her identity, which is really like her main identity because she's mostly lesbian.
See, but I like the idea of her exploring, but I don't know why I don't like the idea of her man being also able to do things. I don't know why I don't like that.
Interesting.
But then I also don't like if he would just be there. Like, I don't like the idea of him just having to sit there and not be able to do things.
Yeah, that's not fair. That's what I'm saying. So,
but it's also different. It's not like if there was like, oh, he was like, if they were started off this thing in like a lavender marriage, and then they like found love for each other, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna do something with guys and you're gonna do something with girls. I think that would be different, but I don't like now it's like, well, I want to do something with girls too.
Well, yeah, because he's not gay at all.
Exactly, that's why I don't like it.
Okay, well,
Because
that's
it's not like she wants to sleep with other men. That's the only man that she wants in her life. But then it's like he wants more women. Well, he never even this is just a possibility for down the road. He's never expressed that she's never expressed any of this. But I'm saying I wouldn't like that down the road if it was like, well, I should be able to sleep with other women too. He can sleep with other men, but I can't do he sleep with other women.
Okay, so.
All right.
First of all, he's not stop trying to put that man in somebody's bedroom. He's not trying to sleep with other men at all.
I know, but I think that's the only way that I would be like, okay, because I just don't think it's the same.
I guess it isn't the same, but it also, I honestly don't think that he wants to sleep with other women. I don't know.
Yeah, but then I feel bad that he's not.
Right. Okay, so what do you
think?
think?
And I also don't want him to be involved in anything that she's doing with the girl. I don't want him to watch. She said he could watch. I don't want him to watch. Sorry.
This is all, okay, so this is what I need to know. She said we can say her name?
I don't know. I said it. It's Asia.
Okay, Danger. Okay, I guess she doesn't care. I have her business on here. I don't know. But I'm whatever. The point is that, is she trying to, at the end of the day, this is her family, and she's staying with her family, and there's no like leaving, right? There's no like, well, I'm done.
From what I'm understanding.
Me too.
She
right?
loves that man, and she loves her family.
Right. That being said, I don't know. I feel like if that's the case, then, and even if because she does like men 30%, I think it's either all in or all out. I feel like she shouldn't explore.
I don't know.
I
feel like she should explore. You said what?
It's not fair to him. It's not fair to him. Even
he
though
got the lesbian.
I would have to know how much he knew. If he knew, like she said, he knew, but
he's I don't know always known.
So maybe he signed up a little bit for it. I don't know. I think that if he signed up for it, he knew like from the jump, like. They got to be very interesting. But, like, okay, not even just knew. Did she, like, continue to express that she was a lesbian even after she got pregnant the first time? And, like, obviously she didn't say that. But I'm saying, like, because then, like, from his standpoint, he's like, okay, well, she likes women, but, like, she likes me, she loves me, and we're, like, together now, and she's pregnant, and we're about to have a kid, and whatever. So, like, maybe the stuff that she was talking about with her liking women, she can still like women. There's bisexual people all the time who are faithful to their one partner, even though they like both sexes.
But this is different. She didn't say she was bi, she said she was a lesbian.
But she is bi. She said, well, not, I'm saying she likes men, too, a little bit. If she likes
she's bi in the way that I was bi, but somehow she got trapped into it. She got trapped into it. No. She didn't say she was bi. You're changing her own label of saying that she was a lesbian.
Okay, well, she said romantically with women, and she says 30% sexual with men or something like that. She said, I don't know, y'all. This one's really difficult for me, and that's why I don't know what to say. I feel like this is a very serious one. We're not giggling and laughing because this is I feel like I have to give real advice. And I don't know if anybody's going to the slammer or anything like that because this is just difficult. And I think I think it's all over the place because for the man, I think he did sign up a little bit for it, but I think it depends on how much she's talked about women in recent times.
Yes, but I think that this is going to breed something crazy if this goes without
I understand
release.
If she doesn't do something, okay, but like, does that mean that she could just go and do stuff with women?
Well, she's gonna talk to her husband, obviously, and see how he feels.
You can't do stuff with anybody else.
You're saying, well, she said maybe that she would let him do something with somebody else.
She said she doesn't want to, though.
And I don't want him to either.
Okay, but that's not fair.
Yeah, he got the lesbian. I don't know what to tell you.
What do you mean he got the lesbian?
He got the lesbian. That's not fair. He got something he wasn't supposed to have in the first place. And now I feel like he's there's going to be having to be some consequences. If you got the straight man and the straight man was like, I just need to be with a woman at some point in time.
I'm not starting a family with a straight man. I'm not stupid.
So you're saying that her husband's dumb?
No, but I'm saying like because I wouldn't want this happening, and I would see that if he.
Yes, but I'm saying if you started off with a hookup with just like a straight man, it started off with just being hookups, but then you guys developed more. He actually became really nice. He became really open. He ended up falling in love with you as well. You guys proceeded to be in a relationship. It was almost seemed like a distant memory that he was just straight in the first place. He's going to Pride. He's wearing his crop.
That's my thing, distant memory. Okay. And then we deciding that we're gonna have children together.
And then he's like,
Mama.
no,
right
he's
here.
like, I'm sorry. I like, I'm really Darius sexual. Like, I just do have a crave for a woman, and I've been feeling like this for a really long time. Can I go? Please. Can I please go some buzz?
I don't think I'm comfortable with you doing that.
I think they can do that. I think the only issue that I would have is if, I don't know. Like, I think
I'm too insecure.
Huh?
I would be too insecure about it.
I think that I'm okay only if it's not the same sex. Like, I feel like I would be like, okay.
Okay, but I think that would make me be like, and we have 2 kids? Like, I don't know. Like,
what when I have a kid, does that mean I can't be sexual anymore?
No, you can with your partner that you have kids with.
No.
I just think that okay. So I'm in a scenario where I have a mostly straight husband, which I again don't know how that situation even comes about.
Exactly. So it wasn't supposed to happen
without serious conversation, which is what I'm saying. Like, it really just depends on how much he was in for. I think it's not fair if he thought that she was going to be down for him the whole entire time and not really do anything with women. But if now she's springing it up saying like, I want to explore this side, I don't think that's fair. But if he went into it and they had a conversation where he kind of knew what was up, where it was
he knew that she was lesbian.
I know, but like that.
Okay, I think it's on him, because if you went up to a guy and you were trying to flirt with him and he was like, Darius, I'm straight, are you going to still try to flirt with him and pursue something?
Okay.
At 23?
Sexual interaction.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
We're talking about beyond that. We're talking about family, children.
But I'm saying in the beginning, if you tried to pursue somebody and the guy said, Darius, I'm straight, are you still going to try to pursue it? Yes or no?
If they're straight, no. I need to know what.
Darius, I'm straight.
They're obviously not straight. They're obviously not straight.
But he said, Darius, I'm straight.
They're obviously not straight. No, they're obviously not straight.
But you're trying to gender somebody's turtle. If they because they're telling you that they are straight, and you're going, okay, and you decided to still pursue that later down the line, if they want some puss, then let them have some.
Sexually fine. If things don't work out and you want to go do something with girls, that's okay. But now we started a family together and we're married.
Uh-huh.
And now you're like, oh, I want to do things with a hard, difficult situation. So girls in this situation.
Yeah.
Well, it is girls, but whatever. No. So
you met that man when he was straight, and I said, Darius, why are you talking about straight man? He's very straight. No, he's not. He's with me. He's not straight. And that's why you're going to be looking crazy 20 years down the line.
No, I would. But my thing is that is when we're talking about just having whatever, casual stuff.
But I'm saying the casual turned into something different.
And that different, we would be having a conversation about what different meant. We're
and
getting
married.
I
like you. I didn't know that I had these capabilities to like you, but I like you.
That's great. Thank you. And when
I want to start something with you.
And get our documents signed, I expect you to be loyal to me.
No. I think that she needs to explore. I think that the husband has to.
I'm turning the tables. So for you, you're talking to somebody who's quote unquote straight, I guess. They don't like men at all. I don't know what that means. And you're doing something with them or whatever, and it continues to go further and further, and then you guys decide you're going to get married and have children together, and you guys have 2 children, and now the man's like, oh, well, I want to do something with First of all, she doesn't need any of this. But but he says, I want to do something with women now. What are you doing? Being the gay man in the relationship.
What do you mean? You do what? Go to brunch?
What are you saying to him when he says, I want to go do something with women? But you can't.
Like,
but you
go to
you
a
also
movie?
can't-
Go to brunch? What do you mean?
What?
You want to go like to a movie with women?
What do you mean? No. I want to go. I'm going out to do what I need to do with women. I need to find my labias.
Can I
need to find out what I'm
watch?
doing. And then on top of that, when I do that, you can't watch, and I don't want you to do anything but be at home.
I need to watch.
No, I need you to be at home. I need you to be at home. I need you to take care of the kids while I go handle my business. And this is my life. You signed up for this. You knew it. I told you I was straight at the beginning.
I'd say I guess you did tell me you were straight.
So?
And I'd say you can sleep with a woman, but there has to be rules.
Okay, so what are the rules? Oh my goodness.
You need
What
to
are the
record
rules?
it. I need I need to be able to watch in my you need to record it. I need to be able to watch in my private time. And I need to be able to see what's going on. What is your face giving when you're with this woman? I need to see what's happening.
Okay, what happens when the woman becomes recurring and it's the same one?
No.
Oh, so I can't see the same woman multiple times?
You can see the same woman up to 5 times after that. You're done. You got to move on to another woman. That's generous. 5 times is generous.
5 times is very generous. I would only do 2.
5 times is very generous. After that, you need to move on. I think that's fair. You can sleep with the woman, but you have 5 times with the same woman. After that, go.
Malik, this is a recipe. I can see the batter you're making right now. The recipe is a disaster.
But listen. I've held down this man. I've held down this man for years and years and years. We have kids together. We have a family together. He can play just a little bit. And he's not like he's not like I'm unsatisfied with you. Like, I still want you. You're the only man I want to be with. I just want every once in a while to be with a little woman. Fine. But if it was like, I want to be with other men, I can't do it. I'd be more okay with them being with other women than men.
I think that my bias thinks that the situation the actual situation is more fine. Like, I think that she'll probably be okay with maybe doing a little something with a woman and being faithful and going back to a relationship. I think that when we're talking about the straight man in this situation, I don't know why I just have to it just rubs me the wrong way. Him doing something with women, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I don't know why I don't care, but it only if it's other. I would care way more if it was another man. Like, that would bother me way more.
You're saying if she was doing something with another man?
No, I'm saying because you're saying with the men. I said if it was my man and he was like, I want to do something with another man, that would bother me more than. Of
course.
Like,
because then it's apples to apples. Like, why am I not a man enough for you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then it's like this. Then it's
well,
different.
that's what I'm saying. That's what he should understand. It has nothing to do against him. But I don't think just because I had kids, I should lose my sexual identity. But he can't be involved. But in my version, I have to be involved. But he can't be involved.
What?
Because there's a difference. There's a difference.
For being not for me.
There's a difference because he's a man and she's a woman. Sorry. And I don't like that. There's already a lot of fetishization of lesbian women. That's probably how he ends up in the situation that he's in right now. So I don't like
But she says she's emotionally attracted to women more than she is to men. So I feel like she says she's missing that too, not just the sexual part.
Okay. She just misses all of it. She just misses everything.
Okay, but I think she made an emphasis on that she's missing a
woman. Okay,
woman's
but she's not looking to blow up her life. She's looking to expand it. I was almost in a polyamorous relationship.
What'd you say?
I said I was almost in a polyamorous relationship, and that man had a girlfriend, and actually the girlfriend got off scot-free. She didn't have to do anything, actually, which is really crazy.
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's do our final jury. Who's going to the slammer and who's not?
I think depending on if the man,
or what she should do, rather our advice.
Depending on in the beginning, if the man did a lot and pursued her, even though she clearly knew that she was a lesbian, he made his bed and now he has to sleep in it, and she's gonna sleep in somebody else's just for a couple nights on the weekends. And I think that she
Right.
should be able to explore. She's not trying to blow up her life. She's just now a mom. She's a stay-at-home mom. She just looking for a little something more, and I think that she should be able to try that just a little bit. And I don't think that he should be able to do anything. Sorry.
Okay. I would agree with the premise of your judgment in that it really would depend on their initial conversation and how she treated the situation. Of course, he knew that she mostly liked women and this, and that. But then, obviously they had the decision to get married and have children. And they are married, right?
Yes.
Okay. They obviously made the decision to get married and have children, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you haven't talked about a woman in 10 years.
Okay, well, why are you talking about the people that you're attracted to with your partner?
But we're having regular conversations about how you're a lesbian, yes. And that I'm the only man of your dreams.
The conversations probably fizzled out after like the first year.
Okay, well, see, then no. If they fizzled out, then it's just like now I'm not thinking about the fact that you like women anymore because I'm thinking you're into me.
That's your fault. That's your fault. I shouldn't have to remind you every day that I like women.
No, what I'm saying is that now I'm under the impression that you
change your sexuality for you. No,
it's not change your sexuality.
Then what is it?
If you're in a straight relationship and there's a man and a woman in this relationship, they both still like the opposite sex. But once they get married, they're not just saying, well, I have to explore my sexuality with other men, or I have to explore my sexuality with other men and women.
That's not what they're saying. But sometimes that does happen. But hers is even better because he already knew she was a lesbian. It's not even like this is sprung up on him.
But my point is, just because she's a lesbian doesn't mean she can't be faithful to one man that she like. I don't know.
Yes, but this is 2025. Like people have we're literally gay. People have open relationships all the time, and people have.
I didn't say they don't, but if that wasn't their agreement, then it's not their agreement. I need to know.
But that doesn't start off an agreement. You figure out. Nobody starts off being like, "I'm looking for an open relationship. I'm going to get in a relationship with you, and it's going to be open." I think that usually comes later.
Of course, but I think
she has way more of a valid reason than any of these other gay people do.
I'm giving it up to him.
No.
I think that he should be able to decide if she can and what her parameters are, how much she can do, how much she can't do, based off of the vibe that he is got in the beginning and what he signed up for. I'm sorry, because if you're gonna say
I need to know what he signed up for, though.
That's what I'm saying. I need to know what their conversation was and what he signed up for, and what. They had to have these conversations, Malik. They're grown adults.
So then it's his fault.
But I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm saying, or their fault, but I'm saying we don't know what conversation they had. So there had to have been some sort of conversation about this, and we don't know that conversation. But I think that it should be, if she's going to be the one to go out and do this, and that, I think that it's up to him to decide whether or not she can do it, what her parameters are, how many times she can see the woman, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think he's in control of that.
I think he's in control of that too, but I also think that he should understand. And I think that she should. So you agree that she should try and bring this up, though? Or you think she should bury it?
No, I think that she should bring it up. I mean, there's no harm in bringing it up. If he's okay with it, he's okay with it. Then that's fine.
Okay, then I agree. I think she should bring it up. I think that he does get to make parameters, though. But I do think that she shouldn't not try and pursue this.
Yeah, I agree. Now, who's going to the slammer? Somebody going to the slammer?
Their baby. That's who.
Their baby is crazy. Somebody's going to the slammer. I don't know who it is. I don't know. I would need an update.
Yeah, I need an update.
If you meet up with somebody, we need to know the tea.
We do.
And how you met her at a coffee shop? I don't know how you guys meet. How did the girls meet?
I don't know. Now that's also a lot because it's not like Grindr where you can just get on there. I feel you have to build a connection with a girl.
Right.
Well, she could just go on Tinder and say, I'm looking for hookups.
I guess she could. I don't know. Well, that's all very interesting. And then it's like, I don't know, maybe he... Okay, what if his parameter was... was like, I don't care what you...
No.
What if his parameter is, I don't care what you do, but I need to be in every interaction. In it.
Ew,
I need to be up in it. No.
Asia, do not let this man be in your thing. He can maybe watch, but I can't have him there's no looking for
Yeah,
thirds. I
so
hate that.
what did she say? She said something about she doesn't want to invite a third. She didn't want that.
She did say
Why
that.
not?
Because I don't want that either.
Okay, so you just want to live your life and go do whatever you want to do sexually. No. Yes. And you want to say that he can't do nothing, but you can, and he can't
Sorry, why is he trying to play with me? Because now he's fetishizing my lesbianism. And I don't like that.
Well, you don't know. He's not fetishizing your lesbianism.
Yes, he is. Because now this is now about him, and this is because now this is a male-centered experience now. Because it's 2 women and 1 male, and I hate it. I hate it.
Okay, well, he seems like a nice man that he just.
I don't care. I don't want any straight man around whatever, and them looking for I hate that. Pass.
He's not looking for it. She's bringing it to him.
Yes, but in the eyes, it's going to be, we're looking for a third.
He's probably not even thinking about that. He's thinking about his kids. He's thinking about his kids. Anyways, okay, fine. I do think that somebody will be going to the slammer within the next 6 months.
I need an update of all these things. I need more evidence. And we're holding the proceedings.
I need a little bit more. Yeah, we need a little bit more. But I want to know more post your conversation with him. I need you to have a conversation with him. And see what he says. I need to know what he knew beforehand, what he knew getting into this. Have you had conversations about this before? And what the vibe is. Because I think 2 little kids, I don't know.
Oh my God. Kids shouldn't ruin your sex life.
I don't know. I've already said what I needed to say 6 times. All right. Let's go to moving on to my thing. Let me scroll down to where it is. All right, y'all. We found the one that I'm supposed to be reading. So I'm not gonna say this girl's name. We're gonna give them letters because that's what she did in the thing, anyways. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna try to follow along. This is titled "Help! She Stole My Man." Okay. Okay. Hey Darius and Malik, I love watching y'all's podcast. I'd be dying of laughter. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. By the way, I've been watching you and your mom, Darius, since like 2017. That's a long time. I've come a long way. You can see a little bit of beard, a little mustache. Anyways, this is a story time about how my friend stole my man. Well, he wasn't really my man, but me and my friends knew he was mine. Okay. She had an unclaimed thing. Okay, guys, am I just reading this all the way through? Or
I don't know. I'm going to be interrupting like you do. For real, because I'm going to be confused.
Okay. We're going to try to piece it together.
Shut up!
No, they know we'll never say that to you. They'll only say it to me.
That's not true. They say something crazy to me.
Anyways, okay, it says pictures are in a separate email. Sadly, I don't have any of the guy. I'm going to send a lookalike. Okay. So these are the characters.
Why does she have any pictures of the guy that she was talking to? Fishy.
I don't know. But she has a lookalike.
Fishy.
Okay, well, we don't know really what's happening in the story, so we'll see if it's fishy. All right, here's the characters.
Oh my God. Sorry, I just saw this dumbass guy, Indian.
I said oh my God too when I was reading it when we were about to start. Anyways, okay, so it says V. This is my past bestie. So that's her saying that. She's white and blonde. She wanted to put everybody's, characteristics on there. We have D. That's the B who stole him. She should have said whatever.
Yeah, because
the
B.
Yeah, I know. So we have D. D and V are both girls. V is her past best friend, white and blonde. D is the bitch who stole the guy that she's talking about. She's Latina and brunette. And then we have J. This is the guy, okay? The dumbass guy, apparently, and he's Indian. Mm-hmm. By the way, conversations between J and I is in English, and the conversations between V, D, and I is in French. So, obviously, she translated everything.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, though, but we're going to find out, all right? So, to set the scene, this happened in September of 2022, and she was 17 years old. Now she's 20. Mm-hmm. So, it's been 3 years, right? So, this all happened in a French school since I was born and raised in a French city. This is crucial to remember.
So the Indian guy was in English. Okay, and everybody else was in French. I'm doing a recap. And I never say, well, I don't know if that matters yet when you do that.
I'm just responding to what I think.
Then I don't know if that fucking matters.
And I never have your email up, reading it, going, oh, you missed the part.
Because you made me find your email. So I have it up.
Okay, so
I'm just going to be listening. I'm not looking at my email then.
It was the first day of French class. I walked in and I see this guy. He was too you. So apparently this is their slang.
What does that mean?
For somebody who's cute and hot mixed together.
Okay.
Okay.
Malik.
Which was Jay. So this is the Indian guy named Jay. He was Gyu.
Okay.
Gyu is what it's spelled. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it though. Okay. So he's cute and hot mixed together. I need to see the look-alike. But anyways, I was definitely like, "Oh, this is definitely my motivation for this class." That's how she said it too.
So is Jay like an international student or something?
I don't know. I feel like it's all like that in France.
Okay.
Or like maybe that's our perception of like boarding schools or whatever. Like these are people from all over. She said her best friend is white and blonde. D is Latina.
Wait, there's different races, but I'm saying like he's speaking English, everybody else speaking French. Why is that?
I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know because first of all, they're in she grew up in a French city.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like a lot of places, a lot of European places, they speak English and French. So maybe it was his preference to speak English. I don't know if he's an international student or not, but whatever. This is not something we should harp on.
I'm answering your questions next time, like how you're answering mine, because this is rude. You say I'm fucking no.
Okay, fine. I'll be nice. Okay. As soon as I saw him, I texted V. This is her past bestie, telling her that there's a cute guy in my class and that she had to see him. This is me and her regimen every session. So I guess they talk about him all the time. Her and D were in the same class, so they both always came down together for break since I was on the second floor and they were on the third floor. So V and D, I guess, came from the same class together and they would reconvene together. All right, all three of them. Mind you, V, D, and I are all fluent in French, and so is Jay. So Jay does know French.
Okay.
But Jay and I are the only ones both fluent in English, which is why they would sometimes speak English. So maybe they would try to do it to be secretive. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So when the bell rang, they both came downstairs, I'm assuming V and D, and waited for me in the hallways. So I rushed out to see them because I was excited to show V the guy. Okay. She wanted V to see Jay. Okay. She was like, "Oh my gosh, he's so cute for you." And I was like, "I know, right?" Then here comes D with her unwanted opinion saying, "Ew, he's ugly."
Okay.
So D thinks Jay is ugly. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about D.
Okay.
I never, ever cared about D. I never truly liked her, but I was never mean to her.
So D is like when your friend has that friend and you don't really like them, but they're your friend's friend.
Right. You're just being cordial with them. I was only around her at school because of V, which is her bestie, right? So D has a boyfriend. Oh my.
That's actually
Y'all,
really
we just
funny.
found out some crazy information about what D was doing with somebody. Okay?
And we read it out loud, and then immediately after it said, "Don't read this."
You guys have to start saying, "Don't read this next part out loud."
Yeah.
Instead of putting it after, because we're gonna read it. Anyways, whatever. So, D did something crazy. So anyway, D is a little crazy, is what we're finding out. That's all you need to know. All right. But her boyfriend did just perish.
Can you say that?
Ago. Oh, I don't know. I think we could say that.
Okay.
D's boyfriend perished, guys.
Why'd
okay?
you say that?
Well, it's just D. We haven't even said anybody's name.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she never had good taste in guys. If you saw them, you'd laugh. My goodness. And also, D has a thing for Latinos only.
Okay.
Now, this is everybody's type. So D liked Latinos. V liked black dreadheads, and I quote. And then R, which is the person writing this email, she likes all races as long as you're her type. But she's specifically into Asians, though. Okay? So here's the back to the story, is what she says. So after D made that comment about Jay being ugly, R was like, "Oh, really?" And she said, I didn't care. And she was like, "Yeah, he's not my type."
Ooh. R's the main girl, by the way, who's writing the email.
Yes,
just in case.
R is the main girl that's writing this email, okay? So obviously R didn't care that D didn't like, Jay, because whatever, right? She was like, "Okay, he's not my type." That's what D said, right? And R said, "Girl, this nigga ain't for you no way.
Okay. Well,
So,
true, literally. But
anyways, so then this is Jay's description. All right, so now we're getting his stats. He's between 5'7" and 5'8".
okay.
And R prefers guys on the shorter side because she's 5'2".
Okay.
Okay. He was a fine ass Indian with some nice fluffy hair.
Okay.
He wore glasses, which is her weakness, R's weakness.
Okay.
He had piercings, another weakness of ours. He had a mustache and a beard,
Okay.
and he knew how to dress.
Okay.
Okay? And after that, they went back to class, and that was that. So basically, this is, I guess, the first day they're seeing Jay. D don't like him. And she's like, okay, girl, we don't care. Before I even showed them the guy, him and I used to flirt and chat in class, even though we were on opposite sides of the class. Each time we spoke, it would only be in English, since that's both of our mother's tongue.
Okay.
That makes sense now. It's very hard to find that here, so they don't
How's
speak
that her
English a
mother
lot.
tongue if she grew up in a French city?
Because maybe it was her mother's. Maybe her mother.
Oh, she means her
immigrated.
literal mother's tongue? Because
Yes,
you know,
I guess, but
no, when people say my
I
mother
don't
tongue,
know.
that means like,
she said mother's tongue. She didn't say mother tongue.
oh,
She
okay.
said that's both our mother's tongue.
Okay.
That seems to me like it's your mother
Her
speaks
actual
English.
mom. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So she said, here's where it starts to get juicy. So a day or two later, it was a break again. V, D, and I did the same routine that we always do. We come downstairs and we would chat. That day, Jay left to go for break before me. Okay? V and D were already there waiting for me. When I came out to see them, they were both looking at me nervously. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I was asking them, what's wrong? What's going on? Me acting like I'm in a...
Okay.
They both looked at each other, and V told me Jay whispered something in D's ear.
Okay.
Oh, they're in high school.
Yeah, they are in high school. They're in high school.
And R was like, huh? This would make me jump off a bridge.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway,
That'll make my stomach drop.
and they were like, yes, he whispered in her ear, calling her beautiful. In French.
Okay.
That would bite. For some reason, I know D doesn't speak English, I don't think.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have a little thing in English, and now he's talking to
in
D
French.
in French. Okay, it says we all spoke French with each other, except when me and Jay spoke it together. They spoke English together, right? So now Jay is speaking French to D. All my feelings for him went out the window. Normally, I'm always cold, especially with guys. But then I was like, you know what? Let me be soft a bit. So she was normally like cold shoulder.
She's soft and femme.
She was soft and femme with Jay.
Okay.
Never again, she says. So I was like, ew. And then I asked D if she was okay and if she felt violated or something.
Because she did say that he was ugly and dirty and nasty.
Right. She did say that. Because she said, and then R said, because who the F whispers in the ear of someone they don't know? That is true, because I don't think they had a previous conversation. So mind you, I wasn't mad at her at all. She didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girls. Oh, okay.
After that, we were still chatting in the hallways, and this dumbass Jay bumps into me on purpose. The bell rang, telling us we had 5 minutes left, so I went back to class, and they did the same. I'm at my desk, sitting peacefully, trying to understand how does one whisper in someone's ear. While I'm doing that, tell me why this four-eyed bitch comes and slides me a note. This is Jay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, with the glasses. The picture of the note is in the separate email. Oh, she has the picture of the note. She has the note like you had the note on our door that said.
That was crazy.
The picture of the note is in a separate email. Okay. Ooh, she said this ain't no fucking primary school. The fuck you sliding notes for?
Okay,
so
is it not a primary school?
Primary, I think, means elementary, right?
Primary, secondary.
Like, I think they're in high school. I think she's saying like it's not like when we're kids. I don't know if that's true.
I thought secondary school was the little one.
You know more than I do.
I don't.
So I don't know nothing about this. Anyways, so I read the note and it said, "Who is your friend in the red vest?"
Oh my
Mad
god, that'll
crazy.
make my stomach hurt.
And it says in parentheses, "The one in the lobby you were talking with."
Oh,
Let me see what ethnicity she is, because I'm already.
she's black. And that makes it worse.
Oh, I'm seeing. Oh, D is Latina and
Yeah,
brunette.
D is Latina.
Okay.
This is a black girl
This,
experience.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This I would actually piss me off.
Okay,
But
I don't see
anyways,
the
okay.
note though, and now I'm falsifying this evidence because
Get
I
in
don't
another
see.
email. So maybe look at it a couple days later, or like the next day, or did you look?
I'm
I don't know.
looking.
Okay, so sorry, y'all. Okay, first of all, she wasn't wearing a vest. She was wearing a hoodie. So I guess he had that wrong. Second of all,
Okay.
you calling the school hallway a lobby. Don't fucking kill me. I don't know what that means. Whatever. I guess he was just
She's
being
nitpicking
the way.
because she's hurt. Let her be hurt.
Yeah. That's
That's
okay.
what's going on.
When I tell you I was flabbergasted, the way I looked back at him with the deadliest side eye, I took a picture of the note during class and sent it to V. We were both clowning him, and V told me to bring it to lunch. I was originally supposed to go home right after class since I had a half a day, but I was like, yeah, I'ma just stay. When the bell rang for lunch, Jay came to my desk asking me if I knew her, and I said yes. He had waited at my desk for a bit, like he wanted me to give him advice. And R was like, bitch, move.
Advice
And
is crazy.
after he saw how I was looking at him, he left, like he should have done a long time ago. I brought the note to lunch, and they were chatting so much shit and about it, and V's man, I don't like him, so apparently, they still together? Because she said I don't like him. Whatever. And V's man, I don't like him. He told D, you should put it up on your mirror. So now V's man is egging it on. Oh, Jay likes you. You should put this note up on your mirror, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to slap him so bad. Anyways, I told them I'm going to throw away the paper. And D was like, no, I want to keep it. Stupid
That
bitch.
pissed me off. That pissed me off. And she said, I want to keep it.
I asked her why, and she didn't even have a reason after that. I just left and went home. Ever since that day, they would both come downstairs, and Dee would come by me and just observe Jay. But while she was observing him, I was observing her.
Mm-hmm.
Because, girl, you're being weird now. She even told me one day that he had asked for her snap, and she was like, no. Or no, wait. He had asked for her snap, and she said no, like, okay. I don't know what that means. Oh, she said no. So when Jay asked her for the snap, she said no. And R is like, okay. So in our school, 2 periods equaled 1 class. So I was there for first period of French, but I left and went home before second period started. That day was the day that I realized Jay's name wasn't even Jay.
What?
We were doing an oral presentation. Not gonna lie, I wanted to do an oral presentation on him too. He was so fine. You're going to jail.
Immediately.
You might need to go to the slammer for that. I might be bringing that out later. Anyways, when he was presenting, he said his name. I was like, now wait a freaking minute. Ain't no way I've been calling him something else this whole time. Not gonna lie, I don't even remember his real name.
Oh.
So, while I was in the metro, I texted V, telling her that I just found out Jay's real name is, let's just say it's Dean, is what she said. Okay? Girl, tell me why she replied, just ça. She said it in French, which means I know.
Wait, why does everybody know? I'm confused. Because this is going to be mean in a second. If they all were having some kind of...
So I'm assuming that Jay told R, the fake Jay name. She finds out after his oral presentation that his name is Dean. Okay? But Dean went and told D and V probably. They've been talking or whatever. Maybe he told D and D told V. Either way, he told somebody his real name. And so they're going, yeah, we know that's his real name. You're the only one who didn't know.
This is mean.
Which is very, very rude.
That is rude.
The girl's right. They reply with, I know. Okay? And then R says, what do you mean, I know? I asked her how did she know? Because her nor D was in classes with them. So how did they know about his real name? Girl, tell me why V told me that when I left to go home, D went back around and asked J for his Snapchat when she said no, she didn't want it in the beginning. Okay.
This is a lot.
This is a lot and kind of really sad.
It is really sad.
Mind you, this is the same girl that said ew
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning. And it's the fact that I knew she still didn't find him attractive, but she just wanted his attention. Okay? Now, I was officially done with D. As days go by, V would be telling me how J and D would snap each other. But D ended up not liking how J messages and talks to her. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
And J ended up finding out she's boring and hardly knows anything. Oh my goodness. That might be some bias in there, girl. I don't know. So R saying that D is just real boring. She don't know nothing. And J found out. Okay. Like he's a mechanic on the side. And D would act sort of like a ditz. I was laughing in my head when V told me this because fuck all of y'all. Is what she said. We're at the end, basically. D hated the way he spoke, but as I said in the beginning, he's an anglophone, so he speaks English. I think.
Yeah.
The way he speaks sounds really nice in English. It just doesn't float the same in French. Oh, so that's why she didn't like the way he talked, because he probably talked to her in French because she didn't speak English, and then his French wasn't as suave.
Yeah.
As his English was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and she knew he was an anglophone because I told both V and D that. When I was trying to explain how the situation is wrong to V, she wasn't understanding. So I cut them both off, but spoke to V here and there, like I went from speaking to every day to sometimes some sentences per week. So she went to like speak to her a lot because it was her friend, and now she only speaks to her like periodically.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's the end of the story time. Again, pictures are in a separate email. She already sent the pictures, but she forgot to send the note.
And the note was fake, and this whole case is thrown out. Yes, I would. But why did she have a picture of the real? Well, I guess she didn't even know that man's name.
Right.
Okay, so am I crazy, or why do I feel like none of these people look French?
That V is from Minnesota.
No, literally, V is from Minnesota. Am I crazy? Like, V went to our high school.
D don't got no business in France.
At all.
She's from Milwaukee. So I don't know what to say. They all do. I think that Jay's look-alike. He looks like he's from my pants. No, I'm just let me stop. But yes, I would eat. But also, did she just get this random picture offline? Like, who is that man?
I want to know what Jay actually looked like. If Jay looked like this, then yes, I would eat too.
Well, me
I
too.
guess we can show the look-alike. No, can I?
I think.
Well, she said I was kidding. That was actually him.
I don't think we can show it. Because that don't even look like a picture she got offline. It looks like somebody, one of her friends or something. Like,
no, she probably just typed in like alt boy.
Alt brown boy. That's
yeah. Brown's crazy.
Anyways, okay.
He's fluorescent beige.
Can you stop? I think that R looks like she's French.
Okay, R does look like she's French, which is very interesting. And they say black people don't exist in French. The French people say that, actually. You know they do a lot.
They do. Okay, I have a question for you, girl. If you're going to give us a follow-up email, the first thing I want you to let us know is about the racism in France. I'm sorry. The reason why I have to talk about this is because I went to school in Tucson, Arizona. I don't even know if you know where that is. You probably don't. But either way, she said, yes, I'm very well read.
She probably is more than us.
I know. Like, most places, people in other countries know more than we do. But anyways, if it's like geography-wise. So I went to school in Arizona, and there was this guy, foreign exchange student from France, and we were talking or whatever, and he was talking about how there's literally not a single piece of racism in France, and that everyone who's black loves it there. And I was like, okay, have you asked anybody in France, like all your black friends or whatever? Because I had been seeing all this discourse online, whatever. He was like, we're not racist like this dumb, stupid American country. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I had heard other things from black French people. So let us know what your experience is. Anyways, now let's get into the judgment. What do you think, Malik? You can go first again.
I think she was done extremely dirty. I think R was done extremely dirty. I think it's also sad. It's not something to do with race too. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what stage of aggression she's on. I don't know, but it definitely had something to do with race. I'm so sorry. I think this was dirty. Why didn't she know his real name? Like, were they trying to play a prank on him or her or something?
Well, I don't. About the name thing, I don't necessarily think it was like he was purposely trying to do that. He probably just goes by a certain name, but then he probably liked D so much that he was like, you know what, I'm going to tell her my real name. You know, like some people go by.
Okay, but then, but you need to think about the fact that obviously she knew him first, so she was calling him something to V and everybody. Why didn't V say, you know that that's not his real name? And also, D went behind and she went and asked for a snap when you left. She should have told her that immediately, and she didn't. Like, she let the information came out when the girl was like, that's not his real name. But if this was my real friend, immediately, the second that I was like, wait, she got that boy snap, I would be telling my friend.
Right.
And she didn't do that.
And D is not that cute, and her hair's uneven. She looked dusty. What's that on her lip? Looks crusty. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't need that. But I don't think that she's that. I'm trying to think. Let me look. I'm sorry, looking at their pictures again. Yeah, D is not all that in a bag of chips to me at all for Jay to be doing all of that.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, so, okay. I do think all this is dirty. Why is it like pose on your head?
He is on my head. He has something to say.
Anyways, so I think that Jay... Let's figure out if Jay is in the wrong for anything.
Jay's in the wrong. No, he's really not. Is he?
He just didn't like R.
But that's really sad.
It is sad, but is he in the wrong for not liking R?
I guess not. And he was just going like, hey, what's your friend's name? Oh, that's really sad.
It is very sad. I couldn't never go back to high school.
She said first, though, that they were flirting. And they would flirt in English.
But was he just having a friend and she was flirting with him?
Don't. That's really sad.
I don't know. I mean, you have to think about perspective. Like, what if he was like, oh, I'm just like, talking to this girl and she's nice, and we bond over the fact that we have the same mother's tongue.
Our mothers have the same tongue. Oh my God.
Tongue, but like, I'm not interested. I never gave that off. What if that's what it was?
And then that's sad. I'm gonna have to say that he was flirting with her. Just for the sake of my own feelings, is that he was flirting with her and he did something wrong.
So he does have how long does he have in the slammer? Because he does deserve some time.
He does deserve a little time. Okay, you could argue that he was the whole cause of all this, because if he didn't start to flirt with her in the first place, then
he is getting a harsher sentence than Jay. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
So even if he did start it, I'm not gonna fault him nearly as much as I think did a lot. D did
a lot. And she's not helping with the tension between the races already. So I don't know. D did a lot. Jay's getting a good 2 years in probation.
2 years probation with the ankle monitor.
With the ankle monitor, for sure.
Okay.
D, though, did so much solely because she said that he was ugly, and now we know that she was just hating.
But I don't even think she was... Well, we don't know if she was just hating or if she was actually seeking attention when like... You know what I'm saying? Like, when she said he was ugly, did she really think he was ugly, or was she just saying that
That's what I'm saying. She was hating. Like, she was, like, just being, like...
Oh,
actually,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like, she actually thought he was attractive, but to put her down and be like, no, that man's ugly.
Right, because R was telling, oh my gosh, he's so cute. She was like, no, girl, he's not.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a lot.
Okay, but then why was she doing a lot of time with him? I don't want his snap. Like, I'm not really into this. But now she's trying to keep the note and get the snap behind her back.
She's going to hell.
That's actually she needs a penitentiary.
Because that's so rude. But this is also so whatever age they said this was in, it seems like that age. I don't know. She's definitely, but I also don't fuck with V either. I think V did a lot too.
So we have to get to V. So I think that V did a lot not understanding why R was upset.
Yeah, and I think she did a lot not telling her right away about all the things that were going on behind the scenes. Because
Well,
now
we
the
don't know
joke's on her.
But how much loyalty did V have to R versus D? We don't know how close V and D are. Because they're in the same class together. They might have their own little frolicking. Maybe she's more loyal to D than she is to R.
But let's assume they're on the same page. She's the same amount of friend.
Yeah, then I think that she had the obligation to tell. To be like, hey, by the way, she got her. But she was telling her stuff.
No,
But I think
R
like,
was telling
girl,
her
they know his
stuff.
name.
R was telling her stuff, and she was just going, "Oh, she's going, oh, okay."
And the fact that she said, "Oh, girl, je suis," I know that his name is Dean.
And that would piss me off. That would really piss me off. Because how do you know that? And then if I found out that she was just like, if you're just like, oh, I know because I know, but it would be different. But she's like, I know because they have been having each other snaps, so they have been talking for a little bit.
Maybe she wanted to protect R. And not tell her
Okay,
all
so
this
then
stuff.
she could have said, "Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy."
Okay, but now you're digging a web of lies, and D's gonna be like, "Yeah, you did know." Once it's brought up again, and she'll say, "Oh,
No, because
did
then
I?"
D would say, "I didn't know." Because then maybe she would talk to D and be like, "Did you know that his name was Francois?" And then D would be like, "Yeah, he has my snap. I talked to him." And then that would have nothing to do with
That's
me.
crazy. You're going to jail. Okay, well, I think that I feel bad for R. I'm so
I feel
sorry.
bad for R, and I think R's eating.
I do think R's eating too. I think
And
she's
she
eating the
looks
other
French,
girl.
and I don't know what that means though, but she looks French, and she's black.
That is really funny. She does look French.
It's something about the
and
eyeliner.
all the other people there. All those other people are American.
That other one is literally went to our high school. I'm being serious. That's Amber Pearson or something.
Can you literally stop? The other girl literally just went to our high school. Like, I don't know. I can't even picture her speaking French.
Like that looks really crazy.
And R is eating them up, but she also, but you know, R probably said, "Let me get the dirtiest picture I can find of V and D."
Yeah. Well, this just seems like these are their profile pictures, though.
Right, that is true. That is their profile. Oh, that's their phone. Honestly, this is iMessage. We're doing a digging. I think that
No,
it's like.
but Amber Pearson's is not on iMessage.
Can you stop saying that girl's government name? I don't know what hers is on, but it is somebody's.
It's not
profile.
on iMessage though.
It's on WhatsApp. That's they do use that over there.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what they use. But interesting. Well, again, listen. I don't know if Jay needs another oral presentation.
Yeah, I would do something with Jay too. Oh my god, now piss me off, especially if Jay was hot. That would really make me mad. Like, especially not in like I think he's kind of attractive. Like, he's not a beakster. Like,
right. And then it's like you guys had the bond over your mother tongue.
yeah, and it didn't even like it didn't matter.
It just went out the window.
It really did. That's really sad.
Well, I guess we're at the end of this. D does need to go to jail. I think she does. And just the way, her smirk in this, no, I don't like it. She needs to go to jail she is going to be in the penitentiary for 5 years.
She does need to be in the pen.
In the penitentiary.
V's doing something. V has like, I don't know. V has community service at the least.
She has to pick up the trash on
the side of the highway
in the worst parts of Paris.
That's more sentence than the 5 years. Because they're dirty over there.
I actually heard that. Is that real?
That's real, baby.
Let us know, R. How is it in the worst parts of Paris? Okay, so yeah. And are you watching from? Where are you at, girl? Where are you at, girl? Jasmine Sullivan.
Is this the?
Where are you at, girl? Are you still in France? Like, are you watching
so
this
I think
from
this is
France?
so interesting that we have like people in France and like London.
I know. That is interesting. Well, she started watching my mom, I'm sure, before, which is also interesting that she was in France at the time, because she said it's been since 2017.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. But okay, so let us know all the information updates. We are gonna try to like read people's updates. Try to keep it concise in like one email, because then we gotta
and
put it
also
in
make the subject be like update.
Right. Yes. Update, and then give us your the title, I guess, that you, or I don't know who you are or something, or I don't know, so we can kind of organize it. It's a little difficult because we also have other emails coming to this email. So yeah, but thank you guys for letting us read your emails and use it as content. And we need
thank
more.
you. Your
I need more.
trauma.
We need more emails.
We
Yeah,
do.
your trauma and profiting off of it. We need more emails because we're doing this every 4th episode or something, because like once a month.
Yeah.
So we need more things, especially if you enjoy this. You know, you have something in your heart, mind, and soul that you want to share, and you want everybody's opinion on it. Yeah, if you ever had anything where you just want to share and see what people think, if you were in the wrong or not. But I think R was fine.
R was
She was a
fine.
victim.
She was a
She was a
victim.
victim. Most of our people are victims. Except
They
for Jace.
are. But what if they... Yeah, Jace wasn't a victim. He wasn't.
JC,
JC. That's pretty funny.
Anyways, we're going to end it here. I don't have anything else to say to you. Besides, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are reviewing, leaving reviews and comments, or whatever the case may be, wherever platform that you're on. And I don't have a recommendation, so don't even ask me. Don't worry about that. In the near future, you'll know what's going on. You'll know what's up.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Peace out, everyone. Thank you for staying, and even through all our technical difficulties.